Hi everyone and welcome back to Evocative Scents. It might feel a bit strange that I am discussing about a fragrance that is more suited to cooler weather. There are so many alternatives out there in the market that it's almost confusing. The Jean Paul Gaultier Hawas Elixir DNA has been used by all of these brands for minting more and more money. And if you're someone who is watching this video to get to a conclusion that should you get this fragrance for say 4,000 Indian rupees or in terms of US dollars somewhere close to the 75 ml Jean Paul Gaultier Hawas Elixir bottle, which you can certainly get at some discounted price. And let's say that you are getting this for 10 to 20 dollars cheaper than the original, then should you get this one? I would say a definite big no to that question. I would say stop this video right here and get the original. So does that mean this fragrance is not very good? Absolutely not. I will discuss in this video when should you get this fragrance or should you even get one. Before moving on to the next part, if you are watching my video for the first time, do consider subscribing to this channel and do not forget to hit that notification bell because your support really means a lot to me. Now let's get to the presentation and packaging. While the packaging is fairly similar to the Hawas Ice or the Hawas Black, just that the colorway is different, I have a bit to talk about the bottle design. At the bottom you can see the batch code and the expiry date of this fragrance. The golden box has sort of a textured finish all over it. Nothing much to say here, but I feel that the packaging needs to improve a little bit because many times I have noticed that the bottles come up with little scuff marks. Yes, they do go away very easily. You just need a microfiber cloth and give it a good wipe and they will be as good as new. But it will be even better if they provide some soft foam inside the box from the beginning. Now let's get to the bottle design here. Now the bottle shape is the same as the iconic Hawas. They have given this bottle a very shiny golden mirror like finish. While it looks really beautiful, but it is a nightmare to keep the bottle clean. And I have a gut feeling that this golden color is not going to age very well. And one more flaw I have noticed with this bottle, there is absolutely no section in this bottle where it is transparent in nature. So we can't see the juice level inside. And that was not the case even with the Hawas Black, where it was transparent on the sides. And if they could have done the same, it would have been more useful in my opinion. So without stretching it any further, let's get to the spray test. As expected, the atomizer is fairly similar to the Hawas Ice or the Black. That implies that it is not a pressurized atomizer, but it's a good one and will get the job done. No major complaints here, but a pressurized atomizer would have been really nice. Now what's the score of overall packaging and presentation for this fragrance? For me, it's a 7.5 out of 10. And do you agree with all the flaws that I have mentioned earlier? While the bottle looks really beautiful, I just can't ignore the flaws. And this isn't a fragrance that costs under 2000 rupees, so that I could have ignored the flaws as well. So now let's get to the most important aspect of this fragrance, the smell. And I think it's going to redeem itself. If you love sweet aromatic fragrances, this scent structure should be right up in your alley. This one definitely has a very smooth opening. There are some differences from the original as well. I get a stronger minty opening compared to the Lattafa Kingdom. And if you want a comparison between the Jean Paul Gaultier Hawas Elixir, do let me know in the comment section down below. Though I get lot of sweetness from this fragrance, it is not honey like sweetness. It feels kind of a chocolatey sweetness, more like a dark chocolate. In the opening I get tiny amount of citruses that fades away so quickly, I would say within a minute or two. Even the mint lasts a lot longer than the citruses in this fragrance. So it's more of a minty aromatic opening, with the lavender once again playing a very prominent role in this fragrance. It's the aromatic lavender and the mint that stops it from being a totally gourmand fragrance. Because from the beginning it's a very sweet fragrance. You definitely get that vanilla, dark chocolates and the tonka beans that gives it a very mouth-watering sweetness. The mintiness of this fragrance disappears after the 20 minutes mark and you get more of that aromatic nature of the lavender and the sweetness becomes even more noticeable as well. However, one strange thing I have noticed with this fragrance is that I don't get very strong tobacco note here. That makes it even more unisex fragrance I guess, especially when compared to the Hawas Elixir or the Kingdom for that matter. The aromatic sweetness remains for quite a good part of the total longevity of this fragrance, and at the very end it becomes slightly powdery in nature and it also has a bit of musky facet to it at the very end. It is definitely an attention grabbing fragrance and I have got lot of compliments with it as well. but I personally feel that the kingdom is lot more closer to the Jean Paul Gaultier Elixir than the Rasasi Hawas Elixir. But at the same time, the Rasasi Hawas Elixir is lot more smoother than the kingdom will ever be. I personally love all these aromatic sweet scent profiles, and for the smell, this fragrance totally deserves a 9 out of 10. This fragrance is going to get you a lot of compliments and it's sure to turn heads. And now coming to the versatility aspect of this fragrance, it is definitely a cold weather fragrance, as I had said in the beginning of this video. I think that Rasasi Hawas Elixir is a perfectly unisex fragrance. Men and women can easily rock this fragrance, and it is also suitable for all age groups as well. As far as situation is concerned, this is definitely too sweet as an office fragrance, but it can be a perfect date fragrance. It is also equally good for clubbing and casual events, and is more suited to evening and night time. And on to the performance aspect of this fragrance, which many of you are interested in. In terms of performance, this fragrance certainly beats the Lattafa kingdom, and it gets very close to the Hawas Elixir as well. You are going to get a solid projection for about 1 to 2 hours, and you are also going to get anywhere between 6 to 8 hours of longevity on clothes. In winter, of course, because it's 42 degrees Celsius right now. Now, when should you buy this fragrance actually? If you are getting this fragrance for somewhere between 2800 to 3200 Indian rupees, then definitely go for it. And the maximum price that you should pay is around 3400 Indian rupees. And if the price is anything above that, consider purchasing the Hawas Elixir, because during the sales you can easily get that fragrance for a discounted price, or anything around 4500 to 5000 Indian rupees. Yes, you will be getting the 75 ml, but also consider that it comes in Parfum concentration instead of Eau de Parfum concentration with this Rasasi Hawas Elixir. Unless of course you are collecting all the Rasasi Hawas bottles. So the pricing will be the major factor in your purchasing decision. And if you want to just get the feel of Hawas Elixir for much lower price, then consider the Lattafa kingdom. It is a very good fragrance as well, and I have done a complete review of that fragrance, and I will post it somewhere in the top I button. And if you want a comparison between these 3 fragrances, let me know in the comment section down below. And if you like this video, hit that like button. And if you love fragrances and fragrance related content, do consider subscribing to this channel, and do not forget to hit that notification bell so that you don't miss out on my new videos. Overall, it's an excellent cologne, but it has to battle it out with lot of fragrances that are below this price and above this price as well. So that's it for today's video. I will meet you all in my next video.